Hello, I hope you are doing well. I am actually preparing for traveling this week and visiting my grandparents, so I will not have access to all of the stuff that I usually use throughout the week for my journaling and my planning. So what I'm going to do today is kind of go through how I have prepared everything so that I won't need to carry all of my equipment with me on the trip. So first, I have my little metal ruler. I use this for keeping my lines straight, so I definitely want to take that with me. My health tracker, I definitely want. So for the monthly, I use different colors to track symptoms. So I just made sure that I had similar colors in my pack that's going with me so that I can mark anything that I need to. And then I've already laid out my washi tape and everything for the weeks that I'm gone. So as you can see this week, I've already darkened my lines, separated out the days, put down my washi tape for the mood, and I've also put this pain scale down for whatever my overall pain is. And then I have forgotten that I'm going to write for my meds, and then I think what I wanted to do was, so the meds, the highlight, and then the symptoms. And then that way I can kind of have everything in one spot here. I tried doing it the other way and my brain just was not having it. Oops, there we go. Again, this doesn't have to be perfect. This is literally for me to be able to look back on myself or to show my doctors if I need to. So, and I'm gonna do the same on this one. So we've got my meds, got the daily highlight, and symptoms. Okay, so now I'll be able to just go straight through every day, write down my meds, my symptoms, everything I need to, and I won't need anything else to be able to finish this while I'm gone. Okay, so next is going to be my work journal. So I am actually still going to be working during this time. And in order to keep track of that, I like using the friction erasable highlighters because, just the day changes as things go on. So you see I have the setup last week where I had messages, tickets, so on and so forth. And then I tried a new thing where I kind of split up. If something kind of fit two categories or was like part of a bigger project, I tried to use two colors to kind of help me identify that like this was a high priority project. So that's why it took me as long as it did that day. And then I'll probably go ahead and put my stickers on ahead of time for this. So as you can see, this is already empty. And what I like to do is actually just pull some random stickers and kind of see how they end up matching up for the week. So I'm gonna see here. Let's hope I don't get sick while I'm gone. We'll do a stitch. We'll do a Grogu. That one's cuter. I like that. And let's see. Mental health matters. You know what? I could use that reminder while I'm on vacation. So there's that. I like that. All right. Sorry, bunch of random stuff, but you get the idea. So now I'm just going to go ahead and put these on the Saturday, Sunday bit. So mental health matters. I'm going to put that here. There we go. And I'm going to put down my little Grogu. Still love this show so much. Alrighty, and then let's find just a little one that I can put there. So a little, this right here. Perfect. All right, so that takes care of this week, and then we'll do next week's. It just gives me a way to use these stickers that I have not really found much use for outside of this. So it helps me feel like I'm using up my stationery, which is always a good thing. Gives me a reason to go find more. Alrighty, can I fit that little guy there? I can, I just have to be careful. Let's see. Do the thing. Oh, success. All right, cool. Alrighty, so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do my highlights. I try to keep them in the same order. It's just helpful for me. Let's see here. There's one. Two. Next one's yellow. Yep. There's the yellow. Got blue. And again, these are erasables, so I really like that when I'm trying to keep track of things in case I accidentally mark something wrong or just something changed, I can go back and fix it. So those are all the erasable colors I have. And then this is just basically for miscellaneous things. So like if I have to, run an errand, take a break, answer, something that's not related to the typical day-to-day, I like to use that. And then content is basically just the time I spend talking to you all and hopefully making your day just a little bit better. And then I'll put the priorities for the week there as well. So we've got messages, and tickets, high priority stuff. That's the stuff that I basically have to move my day to be able to accommodate. So I like making sure that I note when that happens so I can see how much my day is actually going according to plan and how much is getting kind of derailed. It helps me kind of check where I'm at with my emotional regulation and just kind of how I'm dealing with all this stuff going on. And then content. And then I'm going to just skip down a little bit and then priorities this week. Yeah. And then I'm not going to make you watch me do this a second time, but that's basically what I'm going to do on this page as well so that I can track while I am gone. So I'm going to put that there. And then I'm also just going to put my little color code note up here. So now this is ready to go with me with my highlighters. It will be, at least once I finish that. Okay. Now we're on to my daily journal / planner. I have a little pocket in the front here. So I've grabbed a few sheets of stickers that I think I will probably want to use while I'm gone. Like I said, I know I'm working that week, so I went ahead and grabbed some really cute work stickers. I also am going to be in Florida, so I got stuff that has, like sushi or takeout, and then of course like Disney stuff because it's Florida, it's Disney, why not? And then I have already done my weekly layouts for this couple of weeks. So I have my little e-reader for my habits because I want to read every day. I have my shoe for being physically active in some way, shape, or form. This week is kind of like whatever the highlight is for the week, which, it'll probably be the Florida trip, but we'll see. I use the highlighter to mark what my hours are for work. And then I have a couple of appointments and things to take care of before we leave. I have some travel info that is private, so I kind of put it under the sticky note here. I marked a couple of birthdays, put my washi tape down already. And so this week is pretty much set up, and then I'll be able to fill it in, obviously, as the week goes on. And then I went ahead and set up next week because we are flying home on Tuesday, so I won't have my stuff to do the setup. So I went through and already picked out my little stickers and emojis for all of this stuff as well. I forgot to write in what was here, so I'm going to write that down. Co-train class. And I think this is class 6. Yeah. So co-train class 6. Alrighty. And that's the training that I'm doing with my service animal, which has been really, really helpful. Just builds my confidence. All right. So we've got all of that. I'm not really going to do anything with the top here, except I'm just going to write in Sunday because I forgot to do that. There we go. So again, not perfect, but it makes me happy. And then I'm going to go back to my daily setups. So this is some of the setup I had for last week. And this weekend was kind of a busy weekend, so I didn't really get a chance to fully fill these out. I'm going to mark that I'm retroactively going to fill these out later. And then for the setups for this coming week, I have enough highlighters here that I will be able to do my setup without any issues. And I didn't really want to put washi tape down right away because it can kind of change day to day what I want to use. So I have these washi cards. Sorry if it's loud. So these are called washi cards, and they are basically just plastic cards that you can wrap your washi tape around, and it makes them easier to travel with. So I have kind of a little assortment of different washi tapes in case I want to use any of them while I'm gone. So, and then I'm gonna actually put these up here as well so that they're all together. So that is it for the next couple of weeks. We will try this out. I'm not gonna be too hard on myself if I miss anything. But yeah, I hope you all have a great week, and I hope that this is helpful to you. Let me know if there's anything you'd like to see more of, anything you'd like me to change. And yep, all right, take care everybody.